Hello, and welcome back to my Book of Mormon with me, David Michael. This is episode 54. It's no guest today, just me. I want to thank Bryce once again for coming last week, but this time, just me. You're stuck with me and me alone. That's right. Anyway, I had a pretty exciting weekend last weekend. So before I tell you about it, so for those of you that don't know, the show Dogma Debate with David Smalley, if you haven't checked it out yet, you really should. It's a great show. And it's been around a long time, and it's the number of different people in this movement that have kind of started from that show is pretty incredible. So it's anyway, I don't want to go on about the show. I don't need to advertise it. They need to advertise me because they're much bigger. Anyway, so David Smalley had a 24-hour broadcast-a-thon to raise money for a charity organization called Foundation Beyond Belief. And so he had set up different guests to come on over this 24-hour period. And we kind of got to talking on Facebook, and he said, like, you know, I've already got all the time slots filled up, but if you want to come help me host, that'd be cool. And I thought, wow, really? That sounds amazing. So I flew to Dallas, and I went, you know, he invited me into his home, and I stayed up 24 hours, and I mean, I wasn't co-hosting the entire time. There was a couple of us that kind of came in and out. But yeah, I got to spend quite a bit of time with all of the crew from that show. And David and his family. So to David and Brandy, thank you so much for letting me into your home and making me feel like I was family. I actually got to be pretty close, you know, got to know their kids really well. Even a 10-year-old daughter. I won't mention names because I don't know how comfortable they are with saying names on the air. But yeah, her and I became like best friends. She taught me how to do a front flip in a trampoline. That happened. Me. I successfully did a flip. It was amazing. She's a great teacher. Anyway, I had a great time. And what was even more amazing is that the original goal was to raise $5,000 for this charity. About 2 days before they made the decision, you know, they thought it had enough buzz that they should raise the goal to $10,000. So we did that. And over the course of 24 hours, we raised over $30,000. It was pretty amazing watching it happen and being a part of it. And then at the end of all that, the Foundation Beyond Belief said that there were two donors that had each agreed to chip in another 10. So the actual grand total is like $51,500 or something that we raised in one day. And so I was just had such a great experience doing that. And all of that you can actually, if you ever have 24 hours to kill, you can actually watch all of it. It's all available on YouTube. I'll put you know, I have the David's guest appearances. I will put links up to the different YouTube videos, and I just to save you if you want to see me in it, I'll kind of tell you the moments that I was in. I'll tell you the funniest parts were, I think, when Tom and Cecil from Cognitive Dissonance were on. That was funny. I mean, we just laughed for an hour. And then when Adam Reeks from Herd Mentality came on, oh, I'll tell you, Adam, you are a witty man. That's all I can say. He was on fire. Now, the rest of us, it was middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m., so we were all like, but Adam was on his game. It was awesome. So anyway, hopefully you guys get a chance to check that out. But yeah, so while I was there, I want to thank everybody that was, so to all the crew that helped pull this thing off, Jason, John, Donovan, Phil. I'm sure I'm forgetting some names, but everybody that was, that helped make this happen was, I was just really happy to be a part of it. And another really cool thing that happened was while I was there, I'd released, I tweeted it out and Facebooked out that like, hey, apparently I'm, you know, actually going to be, I didn't realize that one of the hours it was going to be like me being interviewed. I thought it was just going to be more like helping to host. And so, during that interview, it's like, yeah, you got to raise some money. And I was like, oh, so I tweeted in Facebook like, okay, guys, listen to me and see if we can raise some money. And, then the group called Dallas Area Mormons in Transition, they go for Damn It for short. Pretty funny. Kind of got a hold of it, and they said, hey, we should come say hi. And so I came out of a recording, and lo and behold, there was Janie standing there. And for those of you that think way back to the very first MIMO special, that Janie, I actually got to meet her. And so that was awesome. And then, some other people came. Melinda, I know, she was really awesome. She made the trip especially out just to come say hi to me and got to spend some time with her and her husband. And, yeah, I guess there's maybe 5 of the Dallas, damn it folks that came out. But anyway, it's just great to spend time with people that actually enjoy the show and I get to actually talk to in person. So I'm going on and on because it was a really great experience for me. And, if any of you want to check out any of the clips and there is 24 hours of footage if you really want to go through it all, but, and we stayed up for it. And I was the only one I was the only one that was a part of like broadcasting that was drinking during it. So once again, I may have a problem. But anyway, all right. So that was the broadcast-a-thon I wanted to tell you guys about. And for anyone that helped contribute to that, thank you. It was awesome. The last thing I want to say is I was kind of so wrapped up in the moment that I made the command decision to take this month's the donation I would normally put in the Taylor Scholarship, and I put it towards this fundraiser. So the Mimos actually contributed $300 to this fundraiser. And as a matter of fact, I did it while the Cognitive Dissonance guys were on because they were doing a matching. And so I figured, hey, you know what? We get $300 from the Mimos. I can take $300 of their money. So they turned our $300 into $600. And so we were a pretty big part of getting to the goal, and actually far exceeding the goal. So thanks to everybody. I hope you're not upset with me that I kind of made a decision to use the money for something else, but I did. So sorry I hope that's okay. Sometimes you just got to trust me that sometimes I'm just going to do things without consulting you first. So anyway, the money still went to a great cause. And, I think, we'll be back to keeping that scholarship up, next month. This month we're skipping it. Okay. So that was that. So thanks again to everybody that helped contribute. Even if you didn't contribute that night, anyone that's ever, donated to the show or joined on Patreon, you helped that fundraiser. So feel proud of yourself because it was a pretty big day. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop. Lastly, I want to thank Jason Lane, who once again made another donation to the show. So, Jason, thank you again. He just continues to keep coming back. Every time he's got some loose change in his pocket, he decides to give it to the show. So, Jason, thank you. You're awesome. Okay, well, I think that's all the updates I think I had. And so now it's time to start reading again. And we are on Alma, of course. It's always Alma. Chapter 58. All right. So let's see what happened last time. Those 2060, the stripling lads or whatever, my young soldiers or whatever they're called. They were out on a rampage again. There's something about prisoners. They lost the prisoners, and then they were happy because then they didn't have to feed them. And then they went and took some city, something like that. So yeah, they're still at war. We're just in the middle of a war. So I say we just get right to it. Okay. And behold, now it came to pass, drink, that our next object was to obtain the city of Manti. But behold, there was no way that we could lead them out of the city by our small bands. For behold, they remembered that which we had hitherto done, therefore we could not decoy them away from their strongholds. Well, now hold on. Okay, so twice they did this, where they tricked the army out of the city, and both times I'm like, what are you guys doing? Don't fall for that. Anyway. And so now the Lamanites have figured that out. They're not falling for that trick anymore. But what I don't understand, in the last chapter, the Nephites figured out how to lay siege to a city. So I don't understand why they wouldn't do that again, because that does work. Anyway, all right. And they were so much more numerous than was our army that we durst not go forth and attack them in their strongholds. Yeah, don't do that either. Just lay siege. Anyway, whatever. Yea, drink, and it became expedient that we should employ our men to the maintaining those parts of the land which we had regained from our possessions. Therefore, it became expedient that we should wait, that we might receive more strength from the land of Zarahemla, and also a new supply of provisions. Okay, so they're gonna hunker down and wait for reinforcements. That's okay. I'm okay with this strategy. And it came to pass, drink, that I thus did send an embassy to the governor of our land, to acquaint him concerning our affairs with our people. And it came to pass, drink again, that we did wait to receive provisions and strength from the land of Zarahemla. Verse 4 was completely useless because it said what we had said in verse 3. And it's great. Hunkering down, waiting for reinforcements. It's told us twice. So there you go. But behold, this did profit us but a little. For the Lamanites were also receiving great strength from day to day, and also many provisions. And thus were our circumstances at this period of time. So while they're waiting for reinforcements, Lamanites are getting reinforcements. Yeah. This is sounds like a little arms race going on here. And the Lamanites were sallying forth. There it is again. I still don't know if that was a word that's not modern. But anyway, they were sallying forth against us from time to time, resolving by stratagem to destroy us. Nevertheless, they could not come to battle with them. We could not come to battle with them because of their retreats and their strongholds. We know. They're bigger than you and they're defended. And I don't know why they keep saying that. We get it. And it came to pass, drink, and we did wait in these difficult circumstances for the space of many months, even until we were about to perish for the want of food. Man, not only are they not getting reinforcements, they're not even getting provisions. They're just about to starve. But it came to pass, drink, that we did receive food, which was guarded to us by an army of 2,000 men to our assistance. And this is all the assistance which we did receive to defend ourselves and our country from falling into the hands of our enemies. Yea, drink, to contend with an enemy which was innumerable. Wow, it got pretty big. Now they can't even count it. So big. Innumerable. All right, so it sounds like they got Nephites got a little bit of reinforcements, and they got food, so that's good. All right. And now the cause of these our embarrassments, or the cause why they did not send more strength unto us, we knew not. Therefore we grieved and also filled with fear, lest by any means the judgment of God should come upon our land to our overthrow and utter destruction. Sounds like their faith's waning a little, right? So they're saying they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that the Zarahemla only sent them 2,000 people. They're like, wow, thanks, big help. And they're also saying like, well, clearly we're going to lose this battle, so I guess God doesn't like us anymore. Kind of what it sounds like. Yeah, good faith you got going there, guys. Therefore we did pour out our souls in prayer to God, that he would strengthen us and deliver us out of the hands of our enemies. Yea, drink, and also give us strength that we might retain our cities and our lands and our possessions for the support of our people. Getting our prayer on, see if God can help. Yea, drink, and it came to pass, drink. Hey, that was exciting. We ever had that before? Yea, comma, it came to pass. That's pretty cool. That was like back-to-back drinks. Yeah. All right, I'll give everyone a minute. Get both drinks in. Okay, we're good? All right. And the Lord our God did visit us with assurances that he would deliver us. Yea, drink, insomuch that he did speak peace into our souls, and did grant unto us great faith, and did cause us that we should hope for our deliverance in him. Yeah, I wish they would explain how. Because again, it said he spoke peace into their souls. What does that mean? How do you speak peace into a soul? I don't know. And then he granted them great faith. What is, I presume the people that like are devout and faithful, that makes perfect sense to them. But I read stuff like that and I can't understand what that's, I can't even relate to what that would be like to have someone speak peace into my soul. I don't know. All right. We did take courage with our small force which we had received, and we fixed with determination to conquer our enemies, and to maintain our lands, and our possessions, and our wives, and our children, and the cause of our liberty. It's awesome. I wish they had like a national anthem. Like, what's the Nephite national anthem? I would kind of play it in the background every time they get into this thing with their land, and our wives, and our liberty. It needs music, but I don't know what their song is. There you go. And thus we did go forth with all our might against the Lamanites, who were in the city of Manti, and we did pitch our tents by the wilderness side, which was near to the city. All right, so they're basically, they know that they're outnumbered. They know that Manti is well defended, but God spoke peace in their hearts, and now they're like, we can kill anyone now. Well, they do have those 2,060, those kids that can't die. So, yeah, I'd say just send them in. Problem solved. Can't die. All right. And it came to pass, drink, that on the morrow, when the Lamanites saw that we were in the borders by the wilderness, which was near the city, they sent out their spies round about, that they might discover the number and strength of our army. And it came to pass, man, a lot of drinking. Sorry, guys. I didn't write it. It is what it is. But drink. But when we saw that when they saw that we were not strong according to our numbers, and fearing that we should cut them off from their support, except they should come out to battle against us and kill us, and also supposing that they could easily destroy us with their numerous hosts, therefore they began to make preparations to come out against us to battle. Okay. So they're saying, these Nephites out here might try to lay siege on the city. We don't even want to let them get into position to do that, so we're just going to attack now before they can build up their defenses. This is not a horrible plan. Here's the thing, Lamanites. You've done this before. You've seen a small army outside your city, and you've sent a giant army after them. Now, if they stand and fight, great. Wipe them out. Perfect. But when they start running away, and you chase them far away from your city, twice now, you've lost your city because of that. So for the love of God, don't do that, okay? You come out, you're going to kill this little army that's near us, and if they run, let them run. Right? The object of this game here is not to kill them. The object is to defend your city. And that's it. So if they run, you've actually succeeded. So let them run. All right. Let's see if they do it. And now when we saw that they were making preparations to come out against us, behold, I caused that Gid. Now is Gid the man or the city? This looks like the man. Okay. With a small number of men should secrete himself in the wilderness? Weird. It's like secret with an E on the end. I guess it means hide. That's a strange way of saying that. Okay. And also that Teomner, Teomner, sure. Okay. Teomner and a small number of men should secrete. Again, it can't be secrete. Anyway, I'm just going to say hide. Hide themselves also in the wilderness. So we got Gid and Tiamner with a small number of men, and they're going to hide out in the wilderness for some reason. I assume they're setting up some sort of ambush. Now Gid and his men were on the right, and the others on the left. And when they had thus secreted themselves, behold, I remained with the remainder of my army in that same place where we had first pitched our tents against the time the Lamanites should come out to battle. And it sounds like he's protected his flanks, and actually kept his flanks hidden. So this could work out. I mean, it depends on how big this army is coming out to meet him, but certainly, a well-deployed formation can defeat, a larger force easily. Look at Hannibal. My God. Sorry, I'm not going to go into a history lesson, but Hannibal, he really knew how to do this. Okay, and it came to pass, Drake, that the Lamanites did come out with their numerous army against us. And when they had come and were about to fall upon us with the sword, I caused that my men who were with me should retreat into the wilderness. Okay, I predicted this. They've already done this twice. Lamanites, turn around, go back in the city. Yeah, that's it. They fled. You won. You scared them off. Battle's over. I know that that's not how this is going to end, but that's how it should end. Anyway, and it came to pass, Drink, that the Lamanites did follow after us with great speed. Of course they did. For they were exceedingly desirous to overtake us, that they might slay us. Therefore they did follow us into the wilderness, and we did pass by in the midst of Gid and Tiamner, insomuch that they were not discovered by the Lamanites. It's like this is the same thing that's happened 3 times. Or I guess this is the 3rd time. But how dumb can they be? And it came to pass, Drink, that when the Lamanites had passed by, or when the army had passed by, Gid and Tiamner did rise up from their secret places, and did cut off the spies of the Lamanites, that they should not return to the city. And it came to pass, Drink, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm not even commenting anymore, because it's just like, yeah, okay, sure. You lured them out of the city, you ran, they chased you, and then you caught them in a trap. Ooh. Anyway, I don't know how they don't know this is going to happen. Dumb Lamanites. And it came to pass, I think I already said that. Drink? Well, maybe I did. Whatever. You only got a free drink there. When they had cut them off, they ran to the city and fell upon the guards who were left to guard the city, insomuch that they did destroy them and take possession of the city. What a shocker. You tricked the army out of the city, and then you sent some people in to take it. This is just... you get creative. You know what I mean? How... Okay, now this was done because the Lamanites did suffer their whole army. They're going to explain to us how. It's happened 3 times. We don't need the explanation. Anyway, they sent their whole army, save a few guards only, to be led away into the wilderness. And it came to pass, Drink, that Gid and Tiamner by this means had obtained possession of their strongholds. And it came to pass, Drink, again, that we took our course after having traveled much in the wilderness towards the land of Zarahemla. And when the Lamanites saw that they were marching towards the land of Zarahemla, they were exceedingly afraid. Morons, just morons. Is their leader still a moron? I think so. I can't blame him too much. Lest there was a plan laid. Wow. Forget I said that. Lest there was a plan laid to lead them on to destruction, therefore they began to retreat into the wilderness again. Yea, Drink, even back by the same way which they had come. And behold, it was night, and they did pitch their tents, for the chief captains of the Lamanites had supposed that the Nephites were weary because of their march. And supposing they had driven their whole army, therefore they took no thought concerning the city of Manti. Of course they didn't. You left it undefended. But why? Why think about it? No point. Now it came to pass, Drink, that when it was night, I caused that my men should not sleep, that they should march forward by another way towards the land of Manti. And because of this, our march in the night time, behold, on the morrow we were beyond the Lamanites, insomuch that we did arrive before them at the city of Manti. It's like, this would be a cool story if it hadn't already happened twice. And thus it came to pass, Drink, that by this stratagem we did take possession of the city of Manti without the shedding of blood. And it came to pass, Drink, again. This is serious. This is like absurd amount of came to passes. Like, actually, this is like more than like other times where it was absurd, I think. But anyway, Drink. When the armies of the Lamanites did arrive near the city and saw that we were prepared to meet them, they were astonished exceedingly and struck with great fear, insomuch that they did flee into the wilderness. I don't know how they would be astonished. Seriously. Forget exceedingly astonished at all. It's mind-boggling how they didn't know this was going to happen. Yea, Drink, and it came to pass, Drink. Wow, 2 in a row again. But the armies of the Lamanites did flee out of all this quarter of the land, but behold, they have carried with them many women and children out of the land. Ooh, that was an interesting detail to throw in at the end. So, Lamanites took some Nephite cities, and when they fled, they just took women and children with them. That's not very nice, but that's what sounds like. That's what they did. And those cities which have been taken by the Lamanites, all of them are at this period of time in our possession. And our fathers and our women and our children are returning to their homes, all save it be those who have been taken prisoners and carried off by the Lamanites. I don't know how. But sounds like this whole conquest that the Lamanites had done is over. Sounds like the war's over because the Nephites just took all their land back and all their cities back. I mean, yeah, they lost a few women and children, but can't make it all without breaking some eggs. So that is what it is. But looks like all the cities are back. I thought this was like we're in the middle of a big war, but it sounds like it just ended. Okay. But behold, our armies are small to maintain so great a number of cities and so great possessions. But behold, we trust in our God who has given us victory over those lands, insomuch that we have obtained those cities and those lands which were our own. God helped them take the cities, and he'll help them protect them, or something like that. Now, we do not know the cause of that the government does not grant us more strength. Neither do those men who came up unto us know why they have not received greater strength. They're still whining because they only got 2,000 reinforcements. Meh. You didn't send us more people. Why not? Behold, we do not know what ye are unsuccessful. Let me read that again. But we do not know but what ye are unsuccessful. Okay, I read it again. It still didn't help. Okay, and we have drawn away the forces into the court of the land. And if so, we do not desire to murmur. We are murmuring right now, whining about the government not sending enough troops. And if it is not so, behold, we fear that there is some faction in the government, that they do not send more men to our assistance, for we know that they are more numerous than that which they have sent. Okay, how about you think of this, McWinerson? They sent exactly as many troops as you needed. Because you took the city with 2,000 more men. Yeah, that happened. So you're over here crying, you didn't have enough men. Not only did you take the city, you didn't even lose any men. What are you complaining about? They sent you exactly what you needed to perform the job. Stop it. Yeah, they could have sent more, but why? Why did you need to send more men? That's more mouths to feed. That's more logistics and transporting them. That's more, men that aren't working the fields because they got to go fight. So, shut up. You had enough. You had a big enough army to take the city. Done. But no, now they're saying there must be a conspiracy in the government because they didn't send more. Yeah, great evidence you have there. See, this is why sometimes the military, you don't question your leaders, right? You ask for reinforcements, you get what you get. You don't know what else is going on. You don't sit there and say, there must be some conspiracy at the general staff because I didn't get exactly what I asked for. I'm sorry. This is it's been annoying. Sorry. Okay, but behold, it mattereth not. We trust God will deliver us, notwithstanding the weakness of our armies. Yea, drink, and deliver us out of the hands of our enemies. What are they talking about? They just defeated their enemies. Why do they need to be delivered out of the hands of their enemies? The enemies are gone. Just said they were gone. I don't know. I guess they're still afraid. But whatever, I'm not sure what they're afraid of. Behold, this is the 29th year in the latter end. In the latter end? Well, that's weird. You used to always say, the year number, of the year of the people of the Nephi or whatever. And now it just says, in the latter end. I wonder if that's like some period of time. I don't know. But it's the latter end, everybody. 29th year of the latter end. And we're in possession of our lands, and the Lamanites have fled to the land of Nephi. Yeah, okay. There you go. I was right. I don't know what they're worried about being delivered out of the hands of their enemies. They won. And those sons of the people of Ammon, of whom I have so highly spoken, are with me in the city of Manti, and the Lord has supported them. Yea, drink, and kept them from falling by the sword, insomuch that even one soul has not been slain. All right. So Ammon's sons are all alive and well in the city of Manti. But behold, they have received many wounds. Nevertheless, they stand fast in that liberty wherewith God has made them free, and they are strict to remember the Lord their God from day to day. Yea, drink. They do observe to keep his statutes and his judgments and his commandments continually, and their faith is strong in the prophecies concerning that which is to come. And now, my beloved brother Moroni. Wait, my brother Moroni? Who's writing this? I think Helaman was writing this. So is Helaman's brother Moroni, or is this more like, hey, bro, like, is it just like his buddy and he's calling him a brother? I don't think Moroni was a brother of Helaman. We're going to go with the colloquial use of the word brother, not actually the definitional use, I think. That's my guess. May the Lord our God, who has redeemed us and made us free, keep you continually in his presence. Yea, drink, that may he favor this people, even that ye may have success in obtaining the possessions of all that which the Lamanites have taken from us, which was for our support. And now, behold, I close mine epistle. I am Helaman, the son of Alma. I love the way they close these epistles. I am Helaman, the son of Alma. All right, so I guess they're saying, all right, we beat the Lamanites, but they still are living, they're still living. So we have to go, make sure they're not anymore. And they're saying it like, oh no, we have to take back the cities that used to be ours. That's what we're doing. But no, come on now. Let's be honest. You just want to go kill them all. And your reasoning is like, well, A, they're on our land. Okay. Hasn't been your land for 600 years, guys. I think you have to give that up. Secondly, they're always like, they'd kill them and say, well, if we didn't, they'd come kill us. It's like, it doesn't really matter what your excuse is for genocide. It's still genocide. Just saying. It is. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, that was the end of chapter 58, and we are starting 59. And once again, turn the page, and it's still Alma. So we'll see how long it goes. Yeah. Now it came to pass, drink, in the 30th year of the reign of the judges over the people of Nephi. See, there it said it that way. Reign of the judges over the people of Nephi. The page before was talking about some latter years. Anyway, whatever. We'll pretend we didn't read that latter year thing, because it never said it before. I think it was just, maybe it was a typo. Anyway, okay. After Moroni had received and had read Helaman's epistle, he was exceedingly rejoiced because of the welfare, yea, drink, the exceeding success which Helaman had in obtaining those lands which were lost. Yea, drink, and he did make it known unto all his people in the lands round about in that part where he was, that they might rejoice also. In fairness, Helaman he's a good general. Like, seriously, I think you have Moroni taking care of your home defenses, and Helaman is your general out in the field, that sounds like pretty good military leadership. I think it would be, because they've proven themselves in battle. I mean, for whatever it's worth, they have. Now, don't get me wrong, never for a second should you let Moroni be in charge of any, like, government or political thing, because he is kind of insane, right? He just kills anyone that opposes him. So you want him just defenses. That's it. Don't give him any other political power, because he'll start killing people. Your people. Anyway, okay. And it came to pass, drink, that he immediately sent an epistle to Pahoran, desiring, I didn't pronounce that right. An epistle to Pahoran, there it is, desiring that he should cause men to be gathered together to strengthen Helaman, or the armies of Helaman, insomuch that he might with ease maintain that part of the land which he had been so miraculously prospering in regaining. All right, so I guess Pahoran he's been requested to send more troops to Helaman because he needs them for some reason. I still don't know why, because all the Lamanites are gone, but all right. And it came to pass, drink, that when Moroni had sent this epistle to the land of Zarahemla, he began again to lay a plan that he might obtain the remainder of those possessions and cities which the Lamanites had taken from them. I don't know. I thought it said that they got all those back. I don't know what they're trying. Anyway, the point is, Moroni's like, I'm not done killing Lamanites. Period. So he's not done. And it came to pass, drink, that while Moroni was thus making preparations to go against the Lamanites to battle, behold, the people of Nephi, who were gathered together from the city of Moroni, and the city of Lehi, and the city of Morianton, were attacked by the Lamanites. Okay, never mind, the Lamanites are not done. I thought they were done. It sounded like they had fled, and they were gone, but nope, they just took out, how many, let's see here, the people of Nephi, for some reason, everyone from Moroni, Lehi, and Morianton were all living in Nephi. I don't know why, but they were, and they just got attacked. Okay. Yea, drink, even those who had been compelled to flee from the land of Manti and from the land round about had come over and joined the Lamanites in this part of the land. Weird. I don't know. There's more. Apparently, the Lamanites are recruiting Nephite troops. I don't know. I'm not sure why. Because they were compelled to flee? I don't know. We're moving on. I don't remember that part. Okay. And thus being exceedingly numerous, yea, drink, and receiving strength from day to day by the command of Amoron. Sorry, I almost said Amoron and then caught myself. No, he will always be a moron. Okay. The command of Amoron, they came forth against the people of Nephi, and they did begin to slay them with an exceedingly great slaughter. Hey, looks like Amoron is finally going to have a good day in battle. Looks like he's doing some good civilian slaughtering. Good for him. And the armies were so numerous that the remainder of the people of Nephi were obliged to flee before them. And they came even and joined the army of Moroni. They came even. Whatever. Okay, so Nephi sounds like it just fell. It was totally sacked. Some people escaped. They've made their way to Moroni. And everyone that didn't, sounds like they just got killed. Bummer. And remember, it's not just one city. It was like 4 cities combined into one. So this is a pretty big hit for the Nephites. And now, as Moroni had supposed, that there should be men sent to the city of Nephi to the assistance of the people to maintain that city, and knowing that it was easier to keep the city from falling into the hands of the Lamanites than to retake it from them, he supposed that they would easily maintain that city. What was he talking about? Nephi just fell. Like, the Lamanites just took it. I don't know why Moroni's like, how do we defend that city? It's not your city anymore, dude. I mean, it's gone. That's weird. Therefore, he retained all his force to maintain those places which he had recovered. Maybe what he's saying is that Moroni isn't going to bother trying to retake Nephi, even though that's not what it said. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's just saying that Moroni is deciding to use all of the troops he has to defend what's left. That's what it sounds like. Okay, and now, when Moroni saw that the city of Nephi was lost, he was exceedingly sorrowful and began to doubt, because of the wickedness of the people, whether they should not fall into the hands of their brethren. Okay, so Moroni's losing faith. I don't know what Moroni's doing out in the field. That's the first problem. Helaman should be out there, because Moroni's no good at this. Now this was the cause with all of his chief captains. They doubted and marveled also because of the wickedness of the people, and this because of the success of the Lamanites over them. Okay, and it came to pass drink that Moroni was angry with the government because of their indifference concerning the freedom of their country. So I'm not sure. So now Helaman and Moroni, the two generals, are both pretty pissed off at their government. And the weird thing is, Moroni, for several chapters, actually for quite some time, has been calling himself leader of the Nephites, which I kind of thought he kind of became some sort of military dictator during war. But it sounds like there's some sort of government that's in charge of troop deployment. I don't know when did that happen? I don't know. But their government, and first of all, this is the first time I've ever even seen the word government in this book, because it was always just like these judges. Now they have a government, and I don't know who's running it. I assume it's judges, but since when do the judges have anything to do with military deployments? It makes, I don't know. I thought I understood this society. I mean, it was a pretty weird society, but at least I thought I understood it. Now I'm confused. I don't really know who's in charge. All I know is that Moroni and Helaman, it sounds like they're trying to make a case for what I can only assume will be some sort of military overthrow of this government that just popped up out of nowhere. Well, that was the end of 59, and now we have Alma 60. Eventually, I will turn the page and it won't be Alma anymore, but it hasn't happened yet, and we're going into 60. This is one long book. And it came to pass drink that he wrote again to the governor of the land, who was Pahoran. Oh, Pahoran's the governor of the land, so he's the government they're all complaining about, I guess. And these are the words which he wrote, saying, Behold, I direct mine epistle Pahoran in the city of Zarahemla, who is the chief judge and the governor over the land, and also to all those who have been chosen by this people to govern and manage the affairs of this war. So we know Pahoran has something to do with the war effort, because he's apparently like the governor. But I don't know. I really, this whole time, thought that Moroni was like in total control of the military, but it sounds like there's some sort of governmental oversight, and Pahoran is the ringleader. Okay. For behold, I have somewhat to say unto them by the way of condemnation. For behold, ye yourselves know that ye have been appointed to gather together men, and arm them with swords, and with scimitars, and all the manner of weapons of war of every kind, and send forth against the Lamanites in whatsoever parts they should come into our land. And now, behold, I say unto you that myself and also my men, and also Helaman and his men, have suffered exceedingly great sufferings, yea, drink, even hunger, thirst, and fatigue, and all manner of afflictions of every kind. Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this, Moroni, but that's called war. Yeah, when you decide to go into armed conflict, sometimes you might get a little hungry, or even thirsty, or fatigued. Yeah, that tends to happen. Quit whining. Be a soldier. Come on, what's wrong with you? But behold, were this all we had suffered, we would not murmur nor complain. Yeah, I doubt that. You're murmuring and complaining right now. But behold, great has been the slaughter among our people. Yea, drink, thousands have fallen by the sword, while it might have otherwise been if ye had rendered unto our armies sufficient strength and succor for them. Yea, drink again, great has been your neglect towards us. Man, he's pretty upset. And now behold, we desire to know the cause of this exceedingly great neglect. Yea, drink, we desire to know the cause of your thoughtless state. Man, he is not holding back. He's really giving Pahoran the old what for. All right. Can you think to sit upon your thrones in a state of thoughtless stupor, while your enemies are spreading the work of death around you? Yea, drink, while they are murdering thousands of your brethren. Yea, drink again, even they who have looked up to you for protection. Yea, drink, and placed you in a situation that you might have succored them. Yea, drink again, you might have sent armies unto them, to have strengthened them, and have saved thousands of them from falling by the sword. But behold, this is not all. Ye have withheld your provisions from them, insomuch that many have fought and bled out their lives because of their great desires which they had for the welfare of this people. Yea, drink, and this they have done when they were about to perish with hunger, because of your exceedingly great neglect towards them. Man, a minute ago it was just like they didn't send enough troops. Now he's like, you know what? Everything that's ever gone wrong, it's all your fault. Me. Tell you, he is definitely murmuring. This is probably some of the best murmuring we've seen so far in this book. This is proper murmuring. And now, my beloved brethren, for ye, I love that he went from like, you suck, and now it's like, my beloved brethren. Great. For ye ought to be beloved, yea, drink, and ye ought to have stirred yourselves more diligently for the welfare and freedom of this people. But behold, you have neglected them, insomuch that the blood of thousands shall come upon your heads for vengeance. Yea, drink again, for known unto God were all their cries and all their sufferings. So now he's basically saying, not only am I pissed, God's going to come and smite you. Tell you, he is letting them have it. Behold, could ye suppose that ye could sit upon your thrones, and because of your exceeding goodness of God ye could do nothing, and he would deliver you? Behold, if ye suppose this, ye have supposed in vain. Yeah, that's a good point. He's basically saying, did you honestly think that faith in God was going to win? That's what he's saying. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You actually thought that if you didn't doubt God and you just had faith in him, we would win this war? Really? That's what you thought? That's what Moroni is telling this guy. And he's like, you're a moron. You're a complete idiot. Of course that wasn't going to work. You have to actually send men to fight. With all this trusting in God nonsense, that's not going to help. That's not going to help at all. Well, Moroni, I have not agreed with much of anything that you've ever done, but on this one, you've actually made a little bit of sense. So, good for you. Do you suppose that because of your many brethren have been killed, it is because of their wickedness? I say unto you, if ye have supposed this, ye have supposed in vain. For I say unto you, there are many who have fallen by the sword, and behold, it is to your condemnation. I don't know when Pahoran was saying that, like, if people died in the battlefield, that it was because of their wickedness, but I don't know. That's what he's accusing him of. For the Lord suffereth the righteous to be slain, that his justice and judgment may come upon the wicked. Therefore ye need not suppose that the righteous are lost because they are slain, but behold, they do enter into the rest of the Lord their God. And now behold, I say unto you, I fear exceedingly that the judgments of God will come upon this people, because of their exceeding slothfulness. Yea, drink, even the slothfulness of our government, and their exceedingly great neglect towards their brethren. Yea, drink, towards those who have been slain. This came out of nowhere, really. This whole, like, government neglect thing, it just popped up. And, it seems like it's a really big deal now. Like, he's actually saying, like, this will be the end of the Nephites because the government didn't send enough troops. And they chose to have faith in God instead of taking action. Were it not for the wickedness which first commenced in our head, we could have withstood our enemies, that they could have gained no power over us. Yea, drink, had it not been for the war which broke out among ourselves. Oh, right. Yeah, this is good. All right, hold on. Yea, drink again. Were it not for these kingmen who caused so much bloodshed among ourselves. They caused bloodshed? Moroni, you murdered them. They didn't cause bloodshed. They disagreed with you, and you killed them. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's their fault. They caused the bloodshed. That is classic. That's classic Moroni right there, isn't it? Yeah, sure is. Okay. Yea, drink. At the time we were contending amongst ourselves, if we had united our strength as we hitherto have done, yea, drink, had it not been for the desire of power and authority which those kingmen had over us. Sorry, I'm just going to let it go and keep reading. Had they been true to the cause of our freedom and united with us and gone forth against our enemies instead of taking up their swords against us, they did not take up their swords against you. It didn't happen that way. They refused to fight. They said, we're not going to fight for a bunch of dumb judges. We want a king. And so you murdered them. That's what happened. Okay. Let's see, which was the cause of so much bloodshed amongst ourselves. Yea, drink again. If we had gone forth against them in the strength of the Lord, we should have dispersed our enemies, for it would have been done according to the fulfilling of his word. Yeah, those kingmen. It's all your fault, kingmen. How dare you disagree with Moroni? How dare you? You should have known better. But behold, now the Lamanites are coming upon us, taking possession of our lands, and they are murdering our people with the sword. Yea, drink, our women and our children, and also carrying them away captive, causing them that they should suffer all manner of affliction, and this because of the great wickedness of those who are seeking for power and authority. Yea, drink, even those kingmen. Yeah, I love, it's like it's all because of the people who are seeking power and authority. And the one time that people challenged my authority, I killed them. But it's all their fault. I know I keep repeating that, but it is a ridiculous claim. But why should I say so much concerning this matter? For we know not but what ye yourselves are seeking for authority, but we know not but what you are also traitors to your country. Man, he is really pissed. Calling them traitors now. Okay. Or is it that ye have neglected us because ye are in the heart of our country, and ye are surrounded by security, that ye do not cause food to be sent unto us, and also men to strengthen our armies? Have ye forgotten the commandments of the Lord your God? Yea, drink. Have ye forgotten the captivity of our fathers? Have ye forgotten the many times we have been delivered out of the hands of our enemies? Or do ye suppose that the Lord will still deliver us, while we sit upon our thrones and do not make use of the means by which the Lord has provided for us? All right. Once again, he's calling them idiots for just assuming that the Lord was going to take care of them. And, okay. Yea, drink. We will sit in idleness while you're surrounded with thousands of those. Yea, drink, and tens of thousands who also do sit in idleness, while there are thousands round about in the borders of the land who are falling by the sword. Yea, drink, wounded and bleeding. This chapter may be setting a record for yays. It's absurd. You just throw it in all over the place. And again, they're thrown in unnecessarily. You could remove every one of these yays, and the sentence still makes perfect sense. It's like they just throw it in for sport. All right. Do you suppose that God will look upon you as guiltless while you sit still and behold these things? Behold, I say unto you, nay. Now I would that ye should remember that God has said that the inward vessel shall be cleansed first, and then shall the outer vessel be cleansed also. What is that? What is he talking about? Vessels? Cleaning vessels? I don't know where that came from. It didn't seem to have anything to do with anything. Talking about armies and troops and food, and now it's cleaning vessels. Anyway. And now except ye do repent of that which ye have done, and begin to be up and doing, and send forth food and men unto us, and also unto Helaman, that he may support those parts of our country which he has regained, and that we may also recover the remainder of our possessions in these parts. Behold, it will be expedient that we contend no more with the Lamanites until we have first cleansed our inward vessel. Yea, drink, even the great head of our government. Whoa. Wait a minute. So he's basically saying that they're not going to go to war with the Lamanites until they cleanse out the great head of our government. Whoa. If I read that right, I'm pretty sure that Moroni just threatened Pahoran and said, you're either going to send us more troops or I'm going to bring a coup and remove you from power and probably take your life. That's what I think he just said. Wow, that sounded like a straight threat. So let's see. My God, it's still going. It says, this is one long epistle. And except ye grant mine epistle, and come out and show me unto me a true spirit of freedom, and strive to strengthen and fortify our armies, and grant unto them food for their support, behold, I will leave a part of my free men to maintain this part of the land, and I will leave the strength and the blessings of God upon them, and none other power can operate against them. And this because of their exceeding faith and their patience in their tribulations. And I will come unto you, and if there be any among you that has a desire for freedom, yea, drink, if there be even a spark of freedom remaining, behold, I will stir up insurrection among you, even until those who have desires to usurp power and authority shall become extinct. Wow, Moroni, seriously, just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you have to go and kill them and stir up trouble. And, I mean, you have no idea why they couldn't send reinforcements. You haven't the foggiest idea. There could have been any number of reasons. There could have been a drought that year, and they don't have that much food, and they had to make sure that the women and children had food before they sent you everything they could. That could well have been. There could have been some sort of plague that came and killed a bunch of people, and they didn't have troops to send you. There could be any number of reasons that you didn't get exactly what you requested from your government, right? But no, he's just like, I asked for something, you didn't give it to me, I'm a spoiled brat, so now I'm going to come and I'm going to kill everyone. Good old Moroni, he's back at it again. And I love that he's saying this and saying like, yeah, you guys just want power and authority, that's all you want. It's like, what exactly are you doing, Moroni? Anyway. Yea, drink, behold, I do not fear your power, nor your authority, but it is my God whom I fear, and it is according to his commandments that I do take my sword to defend the cause of my country, and it is because of your iniquity that we have suffered so much loss. Again, you don't know that. You just don't know that, Moroni. You assume that, and you're accusing him of that, but you have no idea what really happened down there. Behold, it is time. Yea, drink. The time is now at hand, that except ye do bestir yourselves in the defense of your country and your little ones, the sword of justice doth hang over you. Yea, drink, and it shall fall upon you and visit you even unto your utter destruction. Yep. This is no more is he talking about just like taking power from them. He is like, I'm going to come with my sword, and I'm going to kill you. And there you go. Behold, I wait for assistance from you, and except ye do administer unto our relief, behold, I come unto you, even in the land of Zarahemla, and smite you with the sword, insomuch that ye can have no more power to impede the progress of this people and the cause of our freedom. Yeah. So let's talk about this word freedom, okay? So they were, it said before that there was some sort of vote that happened, and that's how Pahoran became leader, okay? So this is some sort of democratic process went through. And so now we have a military leader out in the field, and disagrees with his civilian government, and so he says, because I disagree with you, I'm going to come in and kill the lawfully elected government and take over. He's saying all of these things, and he's saying, I'm going to do it because of freedom. Dude, that's not freedom. That is that's a military overthrow. And, yeah, I believe it's actually called a junta, I think, military junta or something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's not freedom. Sorry, Moroni, you really don't know what that word means. So you really need to stop throwing it around. And liberty, you don't know what that means either. Like at all. Anyway. For behold, the Lord will not suffer that ye shall live and wax strong in your iniquities to destroy his righteous people. Behold, can you suppose that the Lord will spare you and come out in judgment against the Lamanites, when it is the tradition of their fathers that has caused their hatred, yea, drink, and that has been redoubled by those who have descended from us, while your iniquity is for the cause of your love of glory and the vain things of the world? Ye know that ye do transgress the laws of God, and ye do know that ye do trample them under your feet. Behold, the Lord saith unto me, if those whom ye have appointed to your governors do not repent of their sins and iniquities, ye shall go up to battle against them. Oh, okay, here it is. So now Moroni's saying, hey, calm down. This isn't me being power hungry. No. The Lord told me to say this. Yeah, the Lord. This is his words, not mine. Don't shoot the messenger here. Yeah, it's not my bad. I mean, it's God told me. Yeah. And now behold, I, Moroni, am constrained, according to the covenant which I have made, to keep the commandments of my God. Therefore I would that ye should adhere to the word of God, and send speedily unto me of your provisions and your men, and also to Helaman. For behold, if ye will not do this, I will come unto you speedily. For behold, God will not suffer that we should perish with hunger. Therefore he will give unto us of your food, even it must be by the sword. Now see that ye fulfill the word of God. Behold, I am Moroni, your chief captain. I seek not for power, but to pull it down. I seek not for honor of the world, but for the glory of my God, and the freedom and welfare of my country. And thus I close mine epistle. Well, there you go. There's Moroni being Moroni. And, well, I turned the page, and we're still in Alma, chapter 61. So it looks like we're still going to have another episode 50, whatever's next. 55 would be next, something? Yeah. Looks like it's still going to be Alma. The never-ending Alma. But there you go. Once again, Moroni convinced that he is a righteous man, even though all evidence points to the contrary, and he is he's a bit of an evil dictator and a murderer. Yeah. So there you go. And that will be the end of this episode. And thanks so again to everybody that's contributed to this show. I've said before that, some of the money does go to help fund the show and the costs associated with the show, but the majority of it is going to really good causes. And so, we've done so much for the Taylor Scholarship. This time I changed course a little bit and decided to give it to the Foundation Beyond Belief to support the fundraiser that we did with the Dogma Debate and David Smalley. And so I just want to let everybody know you're helping a lot of good people. And I will put up I'll put up a link on the show notes to the press release about the event. And then, I encourage everybody to check out Foundation Beyond Belief. It's a really good organization. They actually find charities around the country, actually I think even the world, that basically they check to see, is this the type of charity that's not too much money going towards administrative costs and things like that. Is the money actually going to the people that are in need? And are they spending money? Is it like, okay, yeah, you feed people that need food, but you also make them come to your church and things like that. So this is like purely, they only support organizations that do altruistic work for the sake of altruism and not to proselytize. So it's a great organization. And, I've been a fan of what they do for a long time. And I was just so proud to be a part of raising so much for them. And the amount of people that are going to be helped by it is truly a rewarding feeling. And I hope everybody shares in that feeling, because, it wouldn't happen without all of you too. Okay, well, that's it for now. We are done, and I'll be back again soon, and we're going to be still cracking Alma. And until then, keep sending me your emails, keep sending me your voicemails, and keep doing the whole iTunes review things and all that fun stuff. And until next time, see you later, guys. Bye.
This song is licensed for use within this podcast. All song and copyright information can be found at www.mybookofmormonpodcast.com.